Oh shit.
What up?
Oh shit.
What is up, my brother? I feel like we need an explosion at the end of that. Like it's gotta go.
Yeah, it still gives me hype though. It's so funny. As soon as I can see you. I can see you in the green room below.
Yeah.
And every time it starts, it's like you're like watching it, like you've never seen it before.
I
like,
laugh. You know, you wouldn't even have to see it, and you know where it got to the part where you've got that picture of me, naked from the waist up. Yeah, I laugh at that one every time.
I know it motivates me though, because that's when you were doing like those 1,000 push-ups a day, right?
1,000 in the morning, another 500 before bed.
I cannot believe you let that douchebag come back on the show. See, that's what I want to talk to you about real quick. Because
Mickey, I don't have control over it. It's his show.
What? Yeah. Listen, I'm not the douchebag. I don't think I don't know. Maybe he's talking about both of us. But Mickey Wright, I thought about this today. He may have written that email. It would take some help, like maybe from your sister. But there's a couple things in there that made me think of him, especially when he said, because how many times has Mickey Wright wrote this on Facebook to you? Okay, Scott, I know you know everything, and that was like,
well,
right in the meat of it.
People, I get that a lot. I don't. Scotty and Thomas are bangers. Get off. Sorry, looking at TJ's stuff. I get that a lot. He wouldn't be the only person. You know everything. That's thrown
Oh, look who's early! Look who's early today. Somebody want to get off of work and come in early today. What's up, boy? Look at you all shaved up.
There we go.
What's going on, guys?
I'm glad you jumped on early. I'm glad you jumped on early because the whole reason we're doing the first topic is because what's up, man? How you doing? You don't even know me. Hi. How you doing?
He can't hear you.
Oh, what's up, JJ? You know me. Hi. I met you. What's up, buddy?
All right, guys, go ahead, go play.
Oh yeah, I was talking and they couldn't hear me, right?
Yeah. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Yeah. That makes sense. Anyways, the first topic, we'll talk to each other first, but first was crypto I put in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the gun violence thing. I feel like we were cut short when all we were talking about was cops killing people and murdering and stuff. And we had a shooting here in Richmond in Midlothian Village. And it was sad. And I feel like nobody is saying that. You know, nobody is protesting that shit. Nobody's trying to get those guns off the streets. And that's a problem.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So I'm not even going to gas it, bro. Like, my thought process on it is, I think it's pretty simple. Everyone wants to talk about, police gun violence and stuff like that. But no one's talking about, the gun violence that's happening on the streets with, drive-by shootings and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh, man, we want to go out and we need new gun laws. We need good gun laws, blah, blah, blah. Gun laws are for law-abiding citizens. Gun laws are not for people who get guns illegally. Gun laws are not for people who have ghost guns and serial numbers filed off of their guns. Those people are not affected by gun laws. The law-abiding citizen, the Joe Schmo, the regular person on the street that has to go through the county and get their gun license, and those people are affected by gun laws. So, yeah, okay, look, have gun laws. I get it, understand. But there needs to be something done and said about those who are out on the street.
I like how you said gun laws instead of gun control.
Yeah.
We're down here in the South. Mm-hmm. So gun control here means I'm taking all your shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to mean that. It can mean literally we're gonna have some controls on some of these guns.
I agree.
But like you said, you're not gonna fix the streets of Chicago with gun laws, I don't think. I don't know how you fix it. I'm not gonna pretend I know, but I'm not sure that that's the answer either.
Well, it's tough, man. It's tough to say like what the fix is going to be because there is no quote unquote like fix. There's no end all be all that's gonna miraculously change everything like one day at a time or something like that. It's not. It has to be the people in that community. The people in that community have to say, yo, I'm tired of Joe Schmo freaking having guns and doing drive-bys. I'm tired of these freaking gang members doing this, that, and third. But they're not going to say that because these people sometimes are given money by these gang members and by these other people that are, listen, I need you to turn a blind eye to this. So
I think it's wording sometimes. I think some people find bad words for things like global warming. A plethora of people don't believe in global warming because it still gets cold.
mm-hmm.
It should have been climate control from the beginning, but words get like defund the police. I'm for some of those programs, like you just said. How do you change that community? Maybe you take some money and dump it into the community and help do that, but defund the police, again, wording, take my guns or gun control.
Mm-hmm.
So
as a guy who makes his living with words to some degree, I couldn't be more in agreement with you. I mean, conceptually defund the police, which is take some funds from the police and create other, this is the way I understand it anyway, and create other positions like, social workers or whatever that should handle other things that the police are being asked to handle currently. That I like. But I said from the beginning, when you phrase it, defund the police, now you're allowing it to be interpreted a different way. And it's tough, because here's the thing. Movements like that grow organically, and the language often grows organically. You don't have marketing guys sitting around, brainstorming and workshopping the language that comes about for these for things like defund the police. If you did, you'd probably have less of an issue with it. But just the way it works, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like you guys are saying, it's all in the wording. So police officers are asked to do a plethora of things. You're asked to be a social worker, you're asked to be a counselor, you're asked to be sometimes for certain children's a guardian and things like that. Police officers go on calls. They get calls from parents who are like, I need you to come here and scare my kid because they're not going to school today, or they're refusing to go to school.
You legit get those? Wow.
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
I know. Back in the day, that was a thing back in the day. I remember a couple of my friends' parents doing that to scare their kids, and they were scared straight programs. My buddy went to one, didn't work out for him, but didn't scare him. But I love those shows on TV because I saw one the other day. Like, do they say when they go into the prisons or jails, do they sign a waiver? Because they were like slamming this dude to the ground. Like, he's not in prison. He's there for a program, right? Like, it's like boot camp, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What year did you go to boot camp?
04.
04. Wow. Thought you were close to me. Wow. I already had a kid. So I was in 96. I was the first, you'll know what this is, I think. I was the first battalion to come through with those blues cards, where you can say safety timeout. Like, if they're screaming too hard at you, you can raise your blues card.
We never had that.
Well, they probably got rid of it because it just didn't work. They couldn't do their job. They couldn't do their jobs, right? So you know what my chief did? His name was Chief Large, right? He got, first day, he's like, everybody pull your blue card out your left breast pocket. He's like, bam. He was like, put it in your mouth. Eat it and swallow it. They was gone. We didn't get to use them. They didn't see them.
Yo, I've never heard of.
It's called a blues card. It's literally blue, and it says, training timeout. If anything that's going too bad, you just raise your card. It's like, that ain't gonna work. And that was in 96. So I thought by the time you guys went, you didn't even have to go to boot camp. It was just a Zoom call.
Nah, so we never had the training timeout stuff. But I hear that a lot of people now they're doing the training timeout stuff. They also give them tablets and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It's and they get to keep the tablets.
Oh. Welcome to the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff that's going on now, that I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like, when I was in, which was not too long ago, I feel like I was in just yesterday. But 2004 is different than 2021.
Yeah, and 2004 is different than 1996.
Exactly.
We got another guest, first time caller, long time guest. Y'all give it up for Frank Spencer. What's up, Frank?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Yes. Nice
Yo.
to meet you.
Yo, it's
Good to
good
meet
to put.
y'all.
You know what's nice about this? Like I see his comments, but I never hear his voice. So when they finally come on, it's like, oh, now I can put that voice to the words. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up, man? What you got? What you thinking
Oh,
about?
all right. So, the whole gun issue and the crimes, you know, I've got a very simple and to me logical response on it. Instead of trying to uh have these gun laws and constantly hinder people from having weapons to defend themselves, just make it a law to where everybody has to have a gun in their house.
Oh shit!
Everybody has to have a self-defense course at some point in life. Make it a high school graduation thing. That way, a criminal, if they know 99% of the population has issues or a gun and
Mm.
can't defend themselves, then less crime is going to happen.
Hey, Scott.
More
Scott, I need
guns,
you. Scott,
people-
you need to take this one. This has got your name written all over it, Scott. I'll be right back.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have one in my house. That's all I can say. And I think that forcing
I
anybody
mean,
to have one.
100% optional, but I'm just saying, if a criminal knows that 99% of population has a gun, knows how to use a gun, and is willing to use a gun themselves, then crime rate will drop tremendously.
I don't know that I don't know that I agree with that.
Can't
I
agree
don't
with
know.
that.
Huh?
I can't agree with that either.
Yeah, I see that the thing is, and the only challenge there is I'm not saying hypothetically that you don't have a good argument, but in practice, people are motivated by different things. For example, let's take the death penalty, for example. How much of a deterrent effect does that have on violent crime? Zero. None. Absolutely none. So I don't. I suspect that you'd find similar things. People who are willing to break into a house, they may consider that to some degree, but it's not an especially rational act overall. I mean, because they still don't know who's got a gun in the house. So I don't. Deterrent effects are tough are tough. My own views on gun ownership and gun laws have shifted somewhat over the years, and I really don't even know where I stand on them now, except that I'm just the type of person. And I was raised in a house with guns, and I learned how to use guns. Gun safety was a very serious thing in my house at a very young age. And I'm probably about 8 or 10, I guess, hunting with my dad. But I choose not to have them. I don't care for them. And that's, I got very complicated feelings about the whole thing. It's not easy for me to say. I don't know what the solution is. I don't like them, but I don't know what the solution is for limiting gun violence.
My thing is, I don't like the fact that, majority of the government is so adamant on pushing to remove guns from people's hands when criminals do not abide by laws. They don't care about the laws. They're criminals. Criminals, by law, do not care about laws. I mean, criminals. So that's that.
But here's again, I don't. I think there's. I mean, you can argue both sides of this issue with real life examples, and it's very difficult. So a lot of people who say that gun control laws can work. You can look at Australia, who pretty much banned all guns. But then again, you can look at I think it's Switzerland where everybody has a freaking rifle, and they're trained to use them. And neither of those countries, you could say that the removal of guns from Australia had an effect on crime, but then how do you explain the fact that there's less crime in Switzerland when pretty much their only militia is their people? So it's a very, I think the issue gets more and more complicated, and I don't know that there's any great answer for any of it.
I agree. I mean, there is no perfect answer for any of it, but also, I mean, taking guns or limiting law-abiding citizens from owning guns, whether it be recreational, self-defense, anything like that, it is absolute asinine in my opinion.
I'd be a million times happier if you just had the same sort of registration laws that you do for automobiles. Simple.
And for guns, there basically is. It's actually more.
Here's the thing: you can sell a gun to somebody, and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
you can't do that with a car.
That loophole thing, yeah.
Right, and there probably should be some liability attached to that. You attach liability to it, then you're going to get rid of people going around and selling their guns. I'm not saying it's going to get rid of it altogether, but let's say I have a gun and the law says before I sell it to you, Frank, it has to be registered and re-registered and all that stuff. And I say, fuck that. The government's too intrusive anyway. Sell it to you. You go kill somebody with it. The liability comes back to me because it was my gun legally.
So I've actually done that many of times. Sold it to a third person. And I always write a bill of sale, have said person that's buying it right there. I take a copy of their driver's license information, serial number of the gun, have them sign it. I write one for them, so it's 2 copies. They have one, I have.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I'm a legitimate.
You do that, but you do that, and that's great. But
not everybody does that.
But it's not required, and that's the issue. And when you get around to liability, like again, if I sell a gun under the table and somebody gets shot with that, and then because it was still registered to me, I'm suddenly liable for damages because of that. Then that is an incentive to make sure that all this. Of course, a lot of gun folks have a problem with all this traceability, and I don't know why that is. I don't really understand that.
Well, I mean, if you think about it to some degree, the same could be said for vehicles. Like you said, vehicles need to be registered and things of that nature. But there's still stolen vehicles that happen all day, every day. There's still stolen vehicles that get taken to chop shops and re-serialized and all this other stuff. And
I'm not saying that's stolen. That's stolen vehicles, and I agree. I mean, I'm not offering this as a perfect solution. I'm just offering it as a better solution. But the fact is, the number of stolen vehicles compared to the number of legitimately sold and re-registered vehicles is very, very small overall.
I'm just gonna be on the porch.
I've had 2 guns stolen out of my house in one night.
Yeah. How many?
2. So here's what I'm saying. We could have a whole other podcast on going over the Second Amendment and all that. My point is this: why, when a white dude shoots up a bar or a school or anything, it's not guns, it's mental illness, which I would assume if you can go massacre a bunch of people, there's probably some mental illness there. But when a drive-by shoots a bunch of people, they just gangsters. Like, is that still mental health? They're still going.
That's because it was in Midlothian.
I know, but it's
everywhere. News narrative.
Exactly, the news narrative as well.
How they base it, and how they want to portray it.
Because the news narrative is
I'm just asking you. If you're in a 96 Cadillac DeVille with a bunch of Mac 10s in the car, you go through and spray a house and kill 7 people, it's gang violence. But that same thing happens without the rags on their head or being in the hood, and it's mental illness. My question is, are those gangbangers also mentally ill? They're still going to kill people.
Yes.
Or if
You'd have
there's
to
a
say so,
reason,
yeah.
maybe it's money, maybe it's hoes, maybe it's this. Does that make them not mentally ill? You think?
No. They're, you can still make the same, distinction between them and pretty much use the same categories for both of them. But it's all about the narrative that needs to that particular news affiliate wants to portray. So they want to portray, that if black people are out there shooting, oh, they're gang members and stuff like that, which they know certain words are going to incite certain feelings and certain responses from people. So Scott said, listen, I make my living off of words and things of that nature. So if you say certain words to a certain person or to a certain group of people, you are going to elicit a certain response.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that doesn't work in a court of law after January 6th.
Why is that?
Just saying.
Yeah.
Words don't incite anything
Wishful
anymore.
thinking, TJ. Wishful thinking.
Words don't incite anything anymore. I wanted to comment on something. This has been a long debated thing. My grandfather told me this, that anybody that is willing to take another person's life has some degree of a mental illness. My grandfather was also in the military, and he said that anybody that is in the military or has been in the military has some degree of a mental illness. If a human being has the desire or is willing to take another human being's life, that is to some degree a mental illness. So
I don't know if I can agree with that. That's a tough one to get behind.
I don't disagree with it. I don't agree with it. It's the words from an old man, but I can't completely dismiss it.
No, that's totally understandable. And he's coming from a place of experience. He's got years and years of experience in his life, So he's coming from a place of he knows and he feels like he knows what he's talking about. Not saying he doesn't. At the same
everybody
time,
thinks
though,
they know what they're talking about.
I do know.
Yeah.
Look, I leave for 30 seconds. All of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's just it's like, so with that kind of thinking, the reason I say I can't get behind that is because just going out and taking someone's life, yes, I feel like there is a mental illness associated with that. Defending someone's life is a whole different ballpark.
Yeah, and I think
point.
that's where war is a little bit different. I think. I mean, I think there are plenty of people who go into the military with the expectation or the hope that they'll get to deal death and violence. But I think that for the most part, it's a little bit different situation than somebody doing a drive-by or rolling into the nightclub with an AK.
I agree.
But I can argue if I was a lawyer, but I'm not, that the drive-by people that shot up that house were defending either themselves or their group or their family.
Let's just say this: if you're the ability to kill another human being, killing another human being, let me put it that way, the act of killing another human being is by definition antisocial behavior, and so there's a spectrum of antisocial behavior. You have to be. I think when you're at war and somebody's shooting at you, whether or not you want to, you're probably going to shoot back. Whether or not you feel like but you have to protect yourself. You're trying to protect those people around you. And then there's a whole spectrum and at the other end of that spectrum of antisocial behavior is the people who go into a church or into a theater and start mowing people down for no reason. So I think they're all sort of in the same ballpark. But I think you have to think. I think the best way to think of it is on a spectrum. The somebody who feels who's paranoid schizophrenic, and ends up shooting up the place is not the same as somebody who feels like they're defending the honor of a family member who was wronged and does a drive-by. There's not the same level of mental illness there.
I agree.
Or military, because literally that's their job, right? Someone says go kill those people.
Yeah. And so
but it takes something that I think what he was saying is that
not everybody can do it.
It takes if you're willing to sign the line and do your job at that point is what it is. There's something in you that just not in everybody. And he wasn't saying that it's wrong or bad or anything like that, but there is some sort of tweak that we all have. That's
Wait, TJ,
what
they have guns in the Air Force?
they're very. So
Funny.
we do. We don't. You have to get a permission slip signed in order to use them. So
You got to send it up the chain of command.
Yo,
yes,
I believe it,
yes.
bro. I believe it. I really
yes,
do.
and
Too
Mama got to
funny.
say it's okay.
I
and
was on a
everything
base.
else.
We shared a base. We shared a base with the Air Force, and I went into their barracks, and I was like, "What the fuck? Y'all got microwaves and TVs and shit. What the fuck is going on?"
Their barracks, no lie, bro. On in San Diego, we had Air Force people that would come to our barracks, and they got like paid to
mad.
stay in our barracks because our barracks weren't up to their standards.
Yep. They remodeled.
Wow.
The base that I was on.
Yep.
It was crazy.
OD, bro. And when I found that out, I was like, how's that possible? How is it that the Air Force can come to our base and be like, yo,
That's them tax dollars. The
this
tax
is
dollars at work.
this is the Motel 8 compared to the Ritz-Carlton that we normally stay at. And
Wait
I'm
a minute, we need extra money
I'm
for
not
this.
feeling this.
This is hazard
Yeah.
pay here.
That's
Exactly.
what that was. It was
Yes.
hazardous duty pay. I could
Yeah.
not believe it. I was
Yeah.
like,
I can hurt my back
What?
sleeping on these shitty cots.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's exactly what your government property. They're not gonna jeopardize their expensive government property by sleeping in some shitty ass barracks. They're not gonna do it. They got. There's compensation.
He's like,
If
you want me
you
to get
or-
out the bed and turn the light off? I can't do the clap on? What?
Yeah, yeah.
I might stub
you-
my toe in the dark.
We had commercials. If you or a fellow airman was forced to sleep in a Navy barrack, call this number. You may be due for compensation.
I might stub my pinky toe. What's wrong with you?
Yep.
Oh my God, priceless.
So are we
Hey
ready?
Frank, it's good to see you again, Frank. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Finally got you on here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to get on last week, man, but work
Full
ran
up.
over and things got crazy. But yeah,
Frank got one of my OG pieces when I first started.
one of one.
Yep.
Damn,
Nice, nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now
All
look.
right, were you about to move on there, G?
Well, I was
Hold
gonna
on,
ask.
let me get my kids to bed. Hold on.
I was gonna, yeah, let's see. He's gonna chill. I was gonna give them an option to stay. The second topic is cryptocurrency. So if you want to stay, you can. But
Frank's
after
into
that,
that too.
So,
What's
I
that,
just
Frank?
don't know.
love some crypto.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
We're
okay.
good.
All right. Well, we
So-
need some people who can tell us something. TJ, I seem to remember you mentioned something very early on about crypto. So
Know a
I
little
figure
bit.
You probably know more than me and
Know a
G
little
do.
bit about it.
All right. Well, I'll start off by saying I am a crypto virgin. I own no crypto whatsoever.
Don't buy Dogecoin. Don't buy Dogecoin.
No.
Not right now.
Don't listen
No.
to him. Not right
Don't do
now.
it.
Not right now. Not right now. He's right.
I'm gonna
Not
say
right
this.
now.
I bought
Everybody
it
has
last
a,
week.
so let me tell you a little bit, Scott, of the history of why Saturday is important, because your boy at Tesla is going on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do a Dogecoin bit, all this shit, right? Well, it's
Yeah.
been going crazy. I think mine's triple at this point right now, and it's going to go back down. So the professionals of crypto, whoever you talk to is a professional, they're like, oh no, after the skit it's gonna go plummet, and then you buy it, and then it's gonna go to the moon. And then the other people are like, get it now, because of Saturday after when he goes on stage, it's going to the moon. So it's just like, it's filling up all my Facebook shit, it's filling up all my Twitter shit. Like, it's too much. It drives me fucking nuts. Everybody's telling me how much money they lost, how much money. It's very volatile. I mean,
Wait, what
you
you
can
talking
literally watch it by the
Extremely
second.
volatile.
This
Oh,
is
the
why.
cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
This is why I own no cryptocurrency. Largely because, well, there's two main reasons. Probably the first and foremost is it's outside of my comfort level for risk. And
It is a
secondly,
Come on, man. It's 52 cents.
secondly,
I mean,
I'm a little more of the Warren Buffett school of investing.
he
And-
hates
There
it.
you go.
Warren Buffett
There
hates
you
it.
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah,
Well,
he
and I
does.
don't hate it because Warren
Which is
Buffett
why
hates
I
it,
love it.
He
But
said
I hate it for the same reasons.
he
Or
said
not
it's-
hate it.
it's
I
nothing.
distrust it for the same reasons. Let me put it that way. And basically, it's that it doesn't represent a specific value of anything. So if you buy stocks, you're
Sure it
buying
does.
ownership. Hold on,
No, it
hold
doesn't.
on. Let me say my piece, and then you can correct
All right.
me, because this is how
Fair
I
enough.
feel about it, and this is where I need some education.
Don't
The
hurt
other
your
thing
feelings.
is, what are you laughing at, G?
your head's getting spotty again. He's about to go. He's about to.
No. Seriously, if you buy stock in a company, you have an ownership stake in the company that is actually producing things. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are stores of value with a somewhat arbitrary price point, and that's it's not based on production. It's not based on a good that can be sold or a service that can be bought.
That's fair.
And so that, to me, is just gambling. To me, it's gambling. I think if
Oh,
I
it
spend
is.
enough time on it, I might have a better idea of being able to predict it. But I don't know that who's going to be able to predict these markets. So
That's true.
now, show me where I'm wrong in all of this, and because I'm
Oh,
literally.
no, you're not
open.
wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's definitely gambling. So cryptos actually are on top of a blockchain architecture. So
Right. But that doesn't provide
It-
value other than security and
It's
Correct.
value because other people want it, bro.
anonymity.
it's not a tangible. I can't go buy blockchain and take it home. A lot of banks, a lot of government agencies already use blockchain technology for security reasons. I am not going to argue one bit about crypto being any sort of a tangible, I can put my hand on it, product value. No, it is 100% gambling. It is gambling. Every single crypto is gambling. There are people right now that say, like me personally, I do have some of the Dogecoins just because I've had them, but I told Tom's earlier that I had, I think it was like 70,000 Dogecoins like 2 years ago. It was like 0.2 of 1 penny or something like that. And I sold it when it hit a nickel. So, I mean, I made like $700 and I could have made 7,000 at this point. If you would have put, I saw this today. I did the math.
700,000.
Well, the point is, it's
The-
currency. It's currency. You can't compare it to a stock. It's literally currency. Can't
It's
say it has
sort
no
of
value
currency.
when other
You
people
can't go to Fastmark and buy your 12-pack with Dogecoin.
Not
It's
yet, but you
sort
can
of
go.
currency.
But you can go to Tesla and buy it with your Bitcoin.
That's because Elon Musk is going on Saturday Night Light.
No, but that's
No,
Bitcoin.
because-
Somebody bought a Tesla with Bitcoin, not with Dogecoin. My
Okay.
point
Well,
is
there's
it's
a big
currency.
difference in
Whether
Bitcoin
you-
and
whether
Dogecoin,
you-
though.
whether you like it or not, I can exchange currency with another person that feels that same thing has the same value. That's what it is.
That's an intrinsic value, though. But yeah,
But it's like baseball. It's like these NBA basketball cards and football cards right now. People are going crazy. Nobody in the 80s gave a fuck about baseball cards unless you had a Mickey Mantle card. And now
Frank,
you got.
I know you got something to say here.
But the football card is only valuable to the guy that fucking wants the football card for $1 million. There's a football card worth $2 million because he wants it. It's a piece of paper, really, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
All right, what you got, Frank?
I don't invest in those either. Frank, I know you've been waiting here.
So Elon Musk announced that Tesla was going to start allowing people to pay for stuff with Bitcoin. That was before Elon Musk invested $10 billion into Bitcoin. So when he did that, Bitcoin prices skyrocketed.
Yeah, it's like 50 grand right now.
When Bitcoin jumped, Bitcoin is like the precedent. Everything else follows.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like markets. It's all going to fluctuate. but
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bitcoin rose, and it's still higher than anybody ever expected it to be.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean,
crazy.
8 months ago it was $30,000.
Well,
Now it's floating at
I got
6. So, I mean, hell, I've got Litecoin, I've got Dogecoin, I've had Bitcoin, I've had Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum is the shit. More long term with that though.
I've made literally in the past just year and a half now, maybe trading. I've made probably at least $750 just alone on crypto, not including other, legible NASDAQ trading stocks.
I look at crypto. Scott, you were dead on.
Dude, Coinbase is FDIC covered, and
I'm not on
it's
Coinbase.
seven. I'm just saying, 7 banks use it. Like it's legit a currency. Everybody wants to pretend that all these little penny stocks ones that are coming out. I don't know how many are going to survive. I don't know which one it's going to be, but we're definitely going that way in the future. So that's
So
all.
my wife is the manager of a bank, and she had some 80-year-old dude come in the other day asking how to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts. Like, I mean, people are all over it, but Scott, you're dead on. I mean, it is gambling. I've got my retirement stuff that's with the bank and everything else, investment stuff. Crypto is to fuck around with. Crypto is pretty much me going to the casino, except I'm in the living room.
Yeah, but so is stocks.
Not to the same
Not
degree.
really.
So is stocks. Absolutely. You could lose your ass in stocks.
You can lose your ass in stocks.
But
But it's easier to predict. It's easier to predict.
Oh yeah, it's not as
much
volatile.
easier.
I'm not saying it's not as volatile.
I think
That's what I'm saying.
This is why it's fun right now. It's like instead of gambling on the NBA basketball game, I'll put $25 in a coin and see what happens the next day. I wake up, there's $76 in there. I'm like, bing, bing.
So here's why it doesn't appeal to me, that type of gambling. So we'll stick back to the stock market example here. If that's gambling also, which to a degree it is, with the stock market, anybody can research companies and make decisions based on very specific data about those companies, earnings reports, and who the management team is, and what it is they're selling or producing, all that stuff, right? So you can do your research, you can do your homework, and have some knowledge that can help you choose which stocks to buy. With crypto, there is no data behind it.
Well, there is.
Isn't
That's what I'm
anything
saying. It's not the same
that's
anymore.
Why I don't like it. It's really.
I've been doing a lot of reading, Scott. When I say I was reading, I say YouTube videos.
Twitter reading.
When Scott's reading, he's really reading. But I've been doing a lot of there is a lot of. I don't understand it, and I thought someone like you that was a computer guy would know it more than me. Just the actual shit that's going on, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
Well, I mean, I understand some of the technical stuff behind it, the blockchain stuff. I mean, not to any real deep degree.
But I'm with you. What backs it up? Act like our money that gets printed is really backed up by some gold bars.
Well,
but it's not though.
But listen, it does have extrinsic value. TJ mentioned this. We're talking about intrinsic versus extrinsic value. The U.S. dollar has extrinsic value because of the value of our economy and our government and standing in the world. But Bitcoin doesn't have anything to stand on like that. The dollar is the currency standard in the world, the US dollar, because it is stable, and
it's because it's fucking the US dollar. Let's stop kidding ourselves.
Right.
We ain't the baddest motherfuckers on this planet. That's why it runs up.
My point is that you can't that crypto is more like whatever the currency is in Venezuela, dólares, or I don't know what they are.
Okay. So the creator of Ethereum cryptocurrency, he created that as a joke. It was
Doge
was supposed to be a meme. Doge came from a meme too.
Doge was a meme. Yes. Yeah. Ethereum created as a joke, as a spinoff of Bitcoin. Dogecoin came after Ethereum.
Yeah. Well, I will.
Is now the youngest fucking billionaire. in
Here's,
crypto.
I will say this, and I'm notoriously bad at predicting shit like this. I'm just not good at it. When I learned about Bitcoin and Ethereum several years ago, I figured by the time it had come to my ears, it was probably running out of steam. And that's how bad at predicting shit I am.
Look, I'll
Now-
tell you one thing.
Yeah.
My family, when cell phone services came around, we had 2 cell phone towers built on our property. My family, 100% adamant that cell phones were not going to be, no, they were just going to be null and void, gone in 5 years.
Yeah.
We
So
still have those 2 towers, and they pay us every bit of $10,000 every month.
all right. I will let me
Damn.
throw in one other little
So,
piece of my
there you go.
predictive data. I ran into and we'll just say this, an ex-brother-in-law of mine not that long ago, and he had just started buying crypto. And that was enough for me to think that if he's buying it, it's probably, that's another indicator that maybe I shouldn't.
I know him.
Do you know which one?
I didn't
I
know.
have
I didn't
several
know.
ex-brothers-in-law, but
I know, but I as soon as you said that last part, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's hilarious.
so anyway,
Well,
that's
just put it this way: there was a video on YouTube, 2014, and the kid was super excited because Bitcoin got to $100, and it's like 56,000 today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people investing money into that. Like, I don't think it just goes away one day. Like, oh, that Bitcoin shit, that shit didn't work out. I do think it's going to be
It
part
ain't
of our
going
future.
anywhere.
It ain't.
yeah. I
I
just don't
made
know how
a few
to.
$100 off Litecoin itself, and that's my main crypto that I buy and sell and trade. But I'm on
Why
people trading that. So
why Litecoin then, Frank? I mean, why that one over the others?
Oh, there's
Somebody
some.
on Twitter said so.
no, I'm
Lights,
not on Twitter.
Lights had some good returns.
LeBron
I'm not on
James.
Twitter, so
LeBron
I mean,
James said, "Get it."
It was just a I don't know, intuition, I guess.
All right.
I
Well, I
bought
mean, that's
into
as good as anything else. I just didn't know if there was any reason, you know.
I
I
bought
mean,
into it when it was $80, and
it seems to me
it's over 300 now. So
that buying into one is the only guarantee of any solid return on it is knowing that there's going to be some big name attached to it at some point, like Elon. You know.
Well,
Well,
any type of investing, you should not invest money you don't plan on going to zero anyway.
Well,
Exactly.
that's true. But there's,
I
you know,
started investing with $75, and I'm well over $1,000 now. So I've already paid myself back. Everything else is profit. I don't
There
care
you
if
go.
I
Take
lose it
profit.
or double it or what.
Well, don't do this. Don't make this mistake. If you do cash out, wait a year if you can.
Yeah.
Because the taxes
Yes.
are like cut in half.
Yes.
Short term
Yes.
versus long term. So
Oh,
literally,
yeah. That's why I got my $75 out. I've already paid on that, and I'm golden now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that
Anything,
go.
anything you don't hold for a year, you got to pay capital gains on.
yeah.
Oh, I know.
And it's crazy difference, buddy.
Oh.
If you don't pay the capital gains, it just adds to your income on your regular taxes,
Yeah.
which should be a lower rate than your capital gains tax. Or
Hell,
you need to get a new
taxed
tax
over
guy.
40 hours either. So
Yeah. All right,
That's why
so
I put all my
covered,
crypto in a business name.
we covered crypto.
boom. Good job.
Right, moving right along. So Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor of California.
All right, I'm out.
yep, gotta go.
Why are you leaving?
I gotta go eat.
Nah,
I
man, I gotta stay.
Lord.
Man. You can't be leaving. I listen. I didn't know shit about Bitcoin, Litecoin,
That's
Dogecoin,
fair,
and I sat here. So
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Doge.
Dude.
That's fair. Okay. I'm gonna get some water.
So Caitlyn Jenner is running for what, governor?
trying to take Gavin Newsom's job if they recall him or something like that. I don't know.
Like a special election. How does that work anyway? They recall him and they have a re-election, or does his lieutenant governor take over?
I don't really know. I'll be honest.
I mean, so I got no problem with her running for governor. Like I don't have an issue with her doing that. Like it just seems like publicity. Like it's. But then again, all politics is like that. I just don't.
She could win though.
Yeah.
She has more followers than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Okay. So one the Caitlyn Jenner topic. What's everyone's input on her saying that? What was her saying? Something about
the sports thing?
Yes.
MMA fighting? Yeah.
Wait, what sports thing?
Oh, about no trans.
She's against trans women and men competing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
like
that's
she's against them competing cross like gender.
Yeah. She don't think it's right.
You were about to say crossbreed. You were about to say crossbreed.
I was dead ass. I was gonna say cross platform.
Yeah.
That works. That works.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, there was a girl like last week that like it was a guy that identified as a girl and broke the world record like female deadlifting, and it was like, I'm a dude again. Like,
yeah, well,
we're
getting to that. We're getting to gender fluidity. After this, I want to talk about it from real quick about the politicals. Like, she's very conservative.
Let her run.
Like, she is. Like, I think the Trumpies would like her. And
well,
vote
she
for
likes
her.
Trump. So, but I think that's weird though because she's trans. That seems like a not weird in any bad sense, but it's
it is what it is. The people that she would political. I know what you're saying. The people that she would associate herself politically would not have
general
those
fans of trans people. Yeah, so
that's why I'm bringing it up.
But at the end of the day, that's whether she's conservative or her conservative views don't mix with the normal conservative crowd. That's how the process works. Let her run. If she wins, she wins. If she don't, she don't.
Yeah, no. I'm totally with you on that. I mean, if she wants to run, she can run. I really don't know much about her politics other than she's fairly conservative. And I really don't know how smart she is, honestly.
What'd you say, Frank Spencer?
It can't be no worse than Newsom.
Yeah,
I guess.
If anything, she'd make everything a little bit better. I mean, it can't get any worse out there, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Her first ad was really good. Shout out to Scott's sister, Erin Michelle.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I don't know.
What?
Her first ad was really good.
I don't know.
I haven't even seen it.
I mean, she got fire, dog. She got fire around her in the social media. She got all the she gonna win. She's almost a Kardashian, like almost, kind of.
I mean, didn't she make a few Kardashians though?
Yeah.
No, he made some Jenners. He made some Jenners.
Right.
I can say because when he made those Jenners, he was a he. So I'm gonna say he at that time.
He was also in the Kellogg box or something like that.
He was an Olympian.
All right, so
he won the gold. He was a gold medal swimmer, I think.
Hold on,
no, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna jump in here as the old guy. I remember this shit. 1976, motherfuckers. He won the decathlon.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say he definitely won the swimmer.
I remember this shit. Let me tell you, he was a big fucking deal. Wheaties boxing, all that shit. But he won the decathlon in the Summer Olympics in '76.
Oh yeah. What's the decathlon? Which one is that?
That's 10 events.
10 events.
I mean, he was a fucking athlete.
Is swimming any part of that?
She is an athlete.
Swimming. It's like high jump and long jump.
Yeah, it's like pole vault, high jump.
Fine. I was gonna try to squeeze swimming in there.
Javelin.
So I was gonna try to squeeze swimming in there.
Javelin. Now,
this
is a serious question. I'm not trying to be funny. Do we know? Does anybody on this panel know if she is post-op? Because I remember the interview on 2020.
I think so.
the interview on 2020, he said when he came out as Caitlyn on 2020, she said he didn't know what he was gonna do yet.
Yes, I heard that part too.
She was on that. Did you guys see that Netflix Bert Kreischer thing that he did?
Oh yeah,
in the woods
cabin.
or whatever. She was on that, and I think they touched on it, but I can't remember what she said.
That was such a good episode.
They were touching on it. If anybody's gonna touch it, it's gonna be Bert. Bert's gonna
but look, they talked to Bert. This is what's so funny. They talked to Bert Kreischer's dad on the phone, and he was just like this young man, or this old man. He was like, "Oh, I lived through it, man. I was there." So you're just as old as Bert Kreischer's
No,
dad.
fuck you. I am not. I was 6, motherfucker. I was 6. But he was a national hero. This was 1976. It was the bicentennial that year.
She is a national hero. Why did he lose that when he became a woman? You just said it.
I'm saying in 76.
You said he was a national hero.
He was in 76.
She's
not a
hero anymore.
He was.
California now.
I think the reason he said that is because Caitlyn Jenner's name is not on those trophies.
Thank you. There you go.
Bruce Jenner's
I want to get back to you were 6 years old in 1976.
Yeah.
I want to get back to.
That's true.
The fuck old are you? I thought I was old.
51.
Deep.
Fuck out of here.
You look good, man. You look good.
He don't look a day over 27. Look at him.
Fuck out of here.
Good, Scott.
29.
Do y'all watch the opening credits of the podcast?
No, I didn't.
I'm 33.
Next time at the end of the podcast, check it out. You get to see his pecs and show him half naked in the outro.
Are you really 33?
That's when he.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you, Jace? How old are you, Mysterio?
I'm 36, bro.
Look,
All
your sister agrees with me.
Throw it in, TJ. How old are you? 42?
I'm 40. 40.
She is a national hero. You're not going to tell me and Aaron any differently.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not saying she isn't, but I'm saying I think where he's coming from is that
the name
I'm on the trophy is Bruce Jenner. It's not Caitlyn Jenner.
Right. No, it was just a big deal. I just remember it being a young kid and that whole summer being this big thing with Bruce Jenner and all that because you guys weren't around then. You know, I'm just kind of laying it out.
Now
like
I know why y'all try to end at 10 o'clock. Scott got to get his Metamucil and Centrum Silver and shit.
I told you.
His melatonin. All that.
That laxative.
It's time for bed.
You guys know it.
And get that warm glass of milk.
The purple pill when it's date night.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is hilarious.
I like to tell people when I was born, Jimi Hendrix was still alive. People who know that.
Oh, what's up,
Lord?
Right.
Wow.
That's some crazy shit right there.
That's deep.
What's up, boy?
You remember giving them that Batman?
I do. How you doing?
He says, "Hey, how you doing?"
How old is he?
He's 9.
He gotta come play some football.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell, he spends too much time riding dirt bikes, man.
Oh man, that's a good time.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Gotta get that warm milk.
Got Scott.
Gotta get that milk.
Put that milk in the microwave. I gotta keep fucking with y'all no more.
That is funny as shit.
We'll let him come back. I gotta I'll put
get
something
that milk
up real
in the
quick.
microwave. But
I ain't even drinking tonight. I'm drinking water right now. This is great.
Speaking in regards to Caitlyn Jenner, if you say her name now, she's more synonymous with what she's been doing since her transition. So most people that are younger than Scott, they don't know about her accomplishments.
To everybody.
Scott is the point. Yeah, Scott is the point, man.
Yeah, most people don't know about her accomplishments prior to her transition.
Well, Scott wasn't here, but we gotta do something real quick. He just basically said she's more synonymous now for being Caitlyn Jenner. Most people that are your age are the only ones that know she's Bruce. Your mic is mute. Your mic is muted.
I got it.
But real quick on that, I was the Michael Jordan crying meme.
Yeah.
So this 8-year-old kid went up to Michael Jordan and was flipping the fuck out. It's on YouTube. He's like, "Oh my God, mommy, it's the crying meme. It's the crying meme."
Oh.
He didn't even know it was Michael Jordan.
Oh,
He joked about it at Kobe. He joked about it at Kobe's funeral thing. He's like, "I'm more known now for the crying meme than I am as Michael Jordan." That's so sad.
It is sad.
It's just
sad.
time,
Yeah, it
man.
is
When you
sad.
get old, Scott, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
It is sad.
You don't have much left. Average man, 74. You walking 23 more years.
No, fuck no. 78, baby.
78.
I got a while.
Scott's still signing petitions to get the Ford Galaxy back out. Oh, get it.
Yes.
The Astro Band.
Astro van. I have proudly never owned a minivan. I have owned
Hey, I got one right
a
now.
Camry.
Bro. I got one right now, son.
What?
I got to drive a minivan every single day.
I had
Look.
a Honda Odyssey at one point.
That's what I got, bro.
Yeah, Honda Odyssey. Them joints is nice.
Yo, them
I'm
joints-
y'all need to
not
check out-
busting on those too much. Like I said, I had a Camry. I drive an Avalon right now, so I have an old man car. The motherfucker.
Y'all gotta
is-
check out. There's a new minivan. I want to say Kia makes it. I think it's called like the what's it called? I'm gonna look it up. It's nasty though. Like the second row seats, they recline completely.
Oh, I saw.
I've
It
seen
is
that
a
one.
Kia.
I've seen that
It
one.
is. It is a
Oh,
Kia.
that
It's dope.
sounds sick.
Yes.
It's called like the Catalina or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Catalina
It's
wine
nasty.
mixer. What?
Yeah, hey,
I'm down for the wine mixer.
the fucking
Catalina wine
mixer.
The
Yo,
fucking
Catalina.
Catalina
Yo,
wine
That's
mixer.
the fucking Catalina wine
Catalina
mixer.
wine mixer.
I'm all for that.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Yo, so dead ass the
Oh,
other day,
yeah.
my girlfriend's son made me feel like dumb old, bro. So I said something to him like a reference to Step Brothers. And he said, "Yo, you know how old Step Brothers is?" I was like, "What are you talking about, bro? That movie like just came out like a few years back." Yo, he dead ass was like, Step Brothers came out in like 2000, I think 11 or some shit like that, bro. He made me feel dumb old, bro.
Yeah, it is old.
He made me feel like this big and dumb old.
10 years. 10 years.
Yo,
in that.
yo, real quick. I got raffle tickets, $2 a piece. First place, $500. Second place, $200. Third place is an
Man,
awesome
giving you no more
prize
money.
pack. The live online drawing will be on live for the football team. The Venmo's on the screen. Venmo at mechanicsvillehornets.com. We appreciate your support. Help the kids and win some cash, bitches.
Saying, give you no more money.
Yeah.
TJ already bought some and also made a sponsorship, and he'll get some more. He bullshit.
Man,
He bullshit.
maybe.
He bullshit.
Maybe.
Man, we pissed him off. I ain't gonna ask him for money anymore. Oh, there you go.
Oh, damn, there it is.
All right,
What
so
happened?
Bro,
Everybody's frozen.
what's up with Craig Robinson coming on here, bro? Like, what
I
we
know
doing?
where Craig Robinson at. Shout out to Craig. Let me text him.
Yo, like, what's going on, bro? Craig,
Yeah, he
who's coming
usually
on?
checks in. What the fuck?
Hey Siri, text Craig Robinson.
Facts. Yo, who's the dude in the group the group comments that kept saying "Who fucking cares"?
That's Mickey Wright.
brother-in-law.
Mickey Wright.
That's
Yeah.
my brother-in-law.
He's fucking with us because my other podcast is called Who Cares. So that's all he does. He comes in every episode. You can go to every one and find him at Who Cares. He'll be at Who Cares.
I'm like, I'm reading the shit. He's like, "Who fucking cares?" I was like, damn, this dude's going ham right now, bro. Like,
Hey, Scott, I forgot to tell you. We didn't get any hate mail this week, so hopefully we get some more next week. But I did get a text message, and you know, they be always saying how I'm always on the fence with everything, and I never pick a side. I'm always on the fence. I forgot what it's a fence sitter or something. And at the last part of the text message, this motherfucker said, "And I can't believe that fucking fence hasn't fell down yet with your fat ass." I said, "God damn."
You got the hate mail.
I gotta hate text.
Blooded,
I gotta hate
Yeah.
text. I gotta hate text.
Well, all the people that really got beef with Scott just put stamps on their envelopes, put their hate mail in the mail, so it'll be there shortly.
Yeah, they're all the same age and older.
Man.
Yeah, they all the same age.
All right, I'm a little disappointed, y'all.
They had to
The
go get some
watchers and
stamps.
listeners, reach out, tell G. I like the hate mail. It's funny. It's funny to me. So,
So,
tell you
this
really
is the first
feel.
time I'm hearing about this. You guys get hate mail?
Oh, check this out.
I call it
Go-
the hate mail. But
Listen
not-
to this. Listen to this. Go back. I should have isolated. We could have played it right now. I could probably figure that out if y'all keep talking. But anyways, yeah, someone sent us an email. I can read it. It won't be the same, but I'll read it. We never saw it.
No, go back. See if you can find it. I'll
All
explain the hate mail.
All
right. So I started calling it hate mail, Jason, because we would start. G would tell me every week about who would call him or text him the previous week after the previous week's show and bitch about me being a leftist commie or whatever you want. So I started saying I said, this is my favorite part, man. My favorite part of the show is the hate mail we get. And then somebody last week actually sent him an email. I mean, this is like literally like a letter to the editor type of email. And it was like, I like your show, but I have some ideas. Anyway,
get rid of that commie.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Well, the best part is that they said, so G told me about it. He said, all right, well, I got this email and it said in the subject line, only to be read live on air. Do not read before or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, all right, so all I saw was the first two sentences, like in the email preview part. He said, should I read it? I was like, fuck yeah, read it. And that shit was fucking hilarious. Did you get it up there yet, G?
I can't. We're not going to be able to play it because it's still in the studio, but I'll reread it. I have it on my phone. It's probably funnier. It's probably the funnier. It's probably funnier the first time. So just go back to the front of the last week's podcast.
Yeah,
we opened up.
It's really good.
It's hilarious, but I will
all
read
about
it.
the replay.
But it's so fucking funny, dude. Check this out. It is so funny. And they set us up. Like he said, what really happened was we'll do these podcasts, and then I got about 4 or 5 friends that will text me and tell me a good podcast, great podcast, your podcast sucks, whatever. They give me feedback, but none of them want to come on. But they want to, maybe attack your views tonight, Jason. Be like, well, that dude said this. Well, then come on the show. I don't want to. Well, then you need to start emailing, because what happens is you tell me something on Wednesday morning and I mixed your words up. Then I come on the show and tell him, then I'm not doing that. So I said, you guys need to start emailing. So all of a sudden we get what do you call it? It's like an email address.
Anonymous.
That's not a real email address. It's a burner account. So we don't know who it is. And they were just sending little things at first and stuff, but now
wow, they put
somebody went out of their way to create an anonymous email.
I'm not kidding, man. That shit was so funny. I was rolling. So you guys go back and check it out. G said he's gonna try to pull it out and do put it like a little.
Probably Frank.
Yeah.
Frank.
I'm gonna do a little best stuff. Here we go. Ready? I'll try to read it now. Like he explained. I didn't read it until I read it live. So that's what made it more funny last time, but I still think it's funny. All right, ready? Hello. I have recently been watching your podcast. I appreciate what y'all are doing. I think it's a great and decent conversation. Hey, Scott, when I'm reading this, watch all their faces to make sure it's not them. I think it's great to have a decent conversation. I am a small business owner, and I really enjoy your Community Spotlight podcast. I loved your ABC basketball podcast. So you're
not reading it right. You need to put some more inflection in it.
I know, but I'm just saying they're setting us up for that shit, right? Then he says, I do think you could better promote and grow with some small changes. I think you should have rotating co-hosts. It gets way better. He said, I think you should have rotating co-hosts. Scotty Too Faggy has to go.
Damn.
Or be limited to at least 1 episode per month. I call him Scotty Too Hottie. He called him Scotty Too Faggy. Here he goes. Ready? He said, we already know your dumbass stances on every topic. We get it, Scott. We get it. You know everything. Listen. El Cerdo. So he throws El Cerdo in there, which is a Spanish term. So we have to Google translate it live on site, and it's fucking douchebag.
Douchebag in Spanish.
Is that what that says? Tiene sentido.
Listen, this is my favorite part. My favorite part. Other than that, keep up the great work. Ready?
Oh,
Ready?
God.
Ready? Tell old fuckface to go kick rocks.
Yes.
That, my friends, is hate mail.
That's
You know
hate
your
mail.
hate mail is good when you get it read 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, man.
But it's like a long Bitcoin type of email address that's like a random numbers. That's great. So don't be
If you
shocked.
forward it to me, I can find. If you forward it to me, I can find out who it came from.
Don't. It looks like I did a little bit of research. It looks like it's tied to like one of these Apple apps that you can like send a fake email. But who cares? It's all fun. I would like to know who it is, but I don't have to. But
I
I'm
have
just
a
warning
question,
y'all.
If they went out of their way to say douchebag in Spanish, didn't somebody call him a douchebag live today?
That's what I'm saying. We're trying to figure this out. It's like a clue
Okay.
game.
Did one of y'all call me a douchebag?
I thought it was Mickey written by Tara because he couldn't put his words together that well.
Yeah,
But
in the chat.
yeah, he called him a douchebag. And he also always says that Scott knows everything. We know, Scott. You know it all. Always. So it might be him.
Well, he's been around since Moses. He should know a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, Mickey did call me a douchebag. You're right. Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic here. We're right at an hour. We got one more thing to go. We went Caitlyn Jenner, and I brought that up for a reason. And I asked you if you knew she was post or pre-op because I didn't know. I really still don't know. But
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, he knows.
Mysterio. I'm going to ask you first. How, and I was supposed to have a friend of mine on that's of the female orient so that we could get a different perspective, but didn't happen. She is post-op, your sister says.
Oh, okay.
Which then makes her a she, right? Yeah. That's why we say she, I guess. So that brings up my point. So gender fluidity. So Mysterio, you're at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tuesday night, about 7:00, and there's someone working out next to you. Seems to be a female. Goes into the female locker room. You go into the male locker room, I hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're there on Thursday night doing it's back day, and you're Thursday night, and same person's working out next to you, but she's no longer a girl, and she goes in the men's locker room. Do you feel, because this is let's just say it's a country club, that's private, I guess, right? Like a public place, a gym.
Gold's Gym.
Let's go with Gold's Gym. Do you have a problem with that?
I do.
Is the problem only when she's dressed as a girl going in the late? Like, would you rather her dress as the girl and go into the men's locker room?
No, I'd rather her or him have their own separate area. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, but Gold's Gym has to pay for that.
Then you're gonna have to start forking up money because Gold's Gym has like a little daycare for your kids to be there, and they didn't have that shit before, and now they do.
Well, okay. Well, let's. And I'm just curious. This is not any sort of slam. I'm curious what your objection is.
My objection is that I don't think that I should have to be subjected to something like that. I don't agree that a man should be in a female locker room and vice versa. I don't feel that way at all. I don't think that should be. And then now we are in turn talking about in schools. Your kids are.
Wait a minute. All right, hold on. Let's go before we go to schools. I still want to explore this, and I'm not criticizing. I'm trying to understand. You would be uncomfortable.
You would be uncomfortable. That's the question.
Yeah, I would be uncomfortable if a man said that they were a woman and they were in the female locker room, and then I would be uncomfortable if a woman said that they were a man and they were in the men's locker room.
And what about it makes you uncomfortable?
To me, it's if you were born a certain gender or a particular gender, then that's what you should be. And if you feel that you are deep inside, you are another gender, then okay, that's cool. But I shouldn't have to be subjected to that.
So, but
Now I got two
beyond that,
things.
you don't know what it is that makes you uncomfortable about that.
The whole concept in itself, I don't like it.
Gender
I just
fluidity, or you're not crazy about the concept of gender fluidity.
I'm not crazy about them being in the fucking locker room with me. That's just it.
But I'm not. I swear, I'm not busting on you, man.
No, I get it. I'm not.
This is what the email
cool
meant
with it.
by Scotty Too Faggy. This is what they're talking about. No, I'm just playing.
So
So TJ, jump in. I'm gonna go around the whole panel because I got something to say about it too. But TJ, go ahead.
So, all right. So I'm sort of in the same boat. I actually have a couple of friends. I have two friends that have done their transgender conversion, whatever it is. I do agree with what you were saying about, like, I personally, honestly, I don't really care. I don't agree with the fluidity term. Like, you can't bounce back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're born a male, but deep down inside you feel like you're a female, I got no problems calling you she, her, whatever the pronouns are. That's whatever. But the next day you can't just decide, well, you know what? Now deep down inside today I feel like a male. Like that. My Durango don't feel like a Mercedes tomorrow. Like it is what it is. So the fluidity part I have issues with. I don't see how. I don't think you can flip flop back and forth based off of whatever you think was hot. Just walked into whichever bathroom it was that day.
Yeah.
I sort of have I have a different opinion when it comes to my kids, though. I got two little girls, so I don't know if that's even appropriate or not, as far as having a different opinion for myself versus my kids, but I do. So fuck it. It is what it is. Like if somebody comes into a bathroom while I'm in there, honestly, I could give two fucks. I don't care. But if you follow my little girl into a bathroom, we're gonna have some problems. And I've actually had, I know most of y'all got kids, but like I've only got girls. So if my wife's at work and I work at home and I take my girls out to Target, if one of them's got to go to the bathroom, I'm very polite about it. I open the door and I announce myself. I'm like, hey, is anybody in here? My little girl's got to go to the bathroom. 9 times out of 10, nobody's in there. But even if they are, they're like, you know what? You were respectful about it. You asked.
Wait, stop. Do you open the woman's restroom and make sure nobody's in there and say that, or the men's?
The women's, because I don't want to take my little girls in the men's bathroom.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I've seen.
But I will crack it and be. Also, men's bathrooms are nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can't front like women's bathrooms are pristine. They some nasty creatures too.
We don't hover.
Especially them Target hoes.
Don't hover.
So I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what my hardcore stance is as far as like bathrooms and things like that go. I do know I don't agree with the fluidity portion of it, because the way I look at fluidity is you go bounce back and forth at your own discretion. If you're a male and you want to be a female, fine, do your thing. If you're a female, you want to be a male, fine, do your thing. But you can't go back and forth. Like that's how I understand the fluidity portion. You make up your mind. What are you gonna be, and that's what you are.
All right, what you got, buddy?
Yeah,
Frank.
I mean, my opinion.
No, Aaron, men do not just pee everywhere. I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. That's not true. She's trying to perpetuate another lie. Here we go with the leftist stuff. She's related to Scott.
Hey, just beware that what you say on this podcast might get an email sent. So you might be part of that next email.
Nah, I'm just joking, Aaron. Please don't beat me.
That's
I'm glad I can't see the chat. But either way, I mean, my opinion on it is, basically it kind of aligns with TJ. I mean, I don't have a daughter. I have a son. I have raised a stepdaughter since she was before.
Look,
So, I mean, I can 100% relate to, you know, his thoughts on that because I've been there. I've been in stores with her before all of this shit. And you know, I look, you're born either a male or a female,
that's fact.
and if you want to change, that's all for you. I don't care. I'm happy for you. I want anybody and everybody to be happy. I love everyone unless I have a reason not to. I respect everyone unless I have a reason not to. If you disrespect me, that's where we draw a line. But that's on me and that person. That does not dignate, you know, their culture or anything. I love everyone unless I have a reason not to.
Yeah.
So
but when it comes to my son, I don't want my son going into the bathroom and having a female walk in and stand next to him and pee, and we have to, you know, explain what he just witnessed because honestly, I wouldn't know how to explain it.
So you would rather have that same gentleman dressed in a skirt go in the ladies' locker room and go to the bathroom?
No, I would much rather they go into the family restroom.
Family changing station.
Yeah,
I'm just looking out for the small business. I'm just looking out for the small business owner.
Right.
The small business owners, hey, 9 times out of 10, you know, if Caitlyn Jenner is going to go to the store, she's not going to go to the Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
My thoughts. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if someone of that nature is going to go out and go shopping, they're not going to go to a small business. If they do, great. Hey, support small business.
I'm saying Gold's Gym is a small business, and now I have to build another bathroom, maybe for one employee or one member. Like I'm looking out for the, or do you just say, hey, we can't, like, how do you discriminate again? Like, what do you do? That's the whole idea.
Oh no.
So, my thing is about the whole Gold's Gym. They're not really a small business. They're a multi-million-dollar business.
All right.
They have enough.
All right, we'll go
But
with
still,
Mike.
they only got 2 bathrooms.
Wait, real quick though, in regards to Gold's Gym, you know, you were saying, hey, how are they going to make like a bathroom for one person or something like that? You know, they have like a women's only workout area, right? For women who are quote unquote, they don't want to be.
There's whole gyms like that.
Googled by, you know, men and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, I'm saying
you built like this whole big area for women that are like, oh, I don't want men looking at me as a squat.
This is why I bring it up. So, what is the difference of a gay man that's attracted to other guys?
You said the Navy.
I'm sorry. My bad.
And he just spurted out what he thought he wanted to join instead. So my point is, like, let's pretend for a minute that the GM might be gay. You know, he goes in the bathroom because he's supposed to. He's checking the facility, cleaning the facility, whatever. You know,
there's a difference between gay and transgender, though.
I understand that, but my point is, the uncomfortable part seems to come from that person is sexually attracted to that, I guess, that other person, right? So meaning even a lesbian woman, like, should she be able to just hang out in the locker room and get dressed extra slower and check out everybody that's getting naked in front of her? Because that's what she's attracted to. And then I come to, well, my whole thing is I don't know about the fluid thing either. It's starting to come on a little bit. Like, again, I told my therapist that I don't give a fuck about much, and I don't know if that's healthy. Should I be mad about situations like this?
I think that where the business is going to come into play at, the onus of that falls on the business. Like if somebody comes and says, I don't feel comfortable changing because there's a lesbian in the girl's room with me, they're going to tell that person you don't have to change here. You work out here. We're a workout place. We're not a place to change your clothes. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that avenue either, but that's going to be the easiest route.
Yeah, but
for
that's
them to
just
take.
but that's just telling the person. Okay, so she's not changing. She goes in the locker room, and she's just looking at all the fine booties that she wants to see.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you were saying if somebody complains about that, what the business is going to say is, well, I can't tell them they can't go in the locker room.
Exactly.
You don't come here to change. You come here to work out.
Right.
We provide you a room to where you can get clean and this and that. But if somebody's in there and they're allowed to be in there,
but you're gonna have somebody outside the door seeing if they're a lesbian or not.
All right. So, I've got a lot of gay friends. I've got a lot of lesbian friends.
Shout out to TJ Bell.
Yeah, shout out TJ. Love you, brother.
love you too.
But my uncle, he was gay, and
wait. He was gay, and now he's not.
He's dead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Way to go, G. Way to go. Way to bring us down.
It was a weird statement.
Weird.
Go ahead.
But
that's my fault.
And I've gotten their perspectives on a lot of this shit also, just randomly. Hey, what is your perspective on this? Well, what do you think about it? And a lot of times,
most of them don't care.
No. I mean, gay people, they know. If somebody else is gay, they know. They can feel that vibe.
Yeah.
Scott knows.
TJ, you know.
I know.
You get that vibe.
I do.
So,
I go all the time.
It is.
Apparently, I put it off. I don't know.
It's one of those things to where they know if somebody is gay or not.
Yeah.
And
sometimes, no, you're right. No, I don't care if they know or not. Like my point is, we separate. I'm attracted to females.
All right, I'm coming in. All right, it's bedtime, y'all. I got to roll.
All right,
hey, brother.
I got to put the little one to bed. Frank, good seeing you again, my man.
Who cares?
Good seeing you, brother.
Cut him off.
So my point is this: I'm attracted. The reason why I'm not allowed in the women's locker room is for what?
You have a penis?
And obviously, well, what if I got it cut off and I dress like a girl?
Then you can.
Because you're supposedly, I guess, the real reason is because the women may be uncomfortable that you have a sexual attraction to them.
Exactly. So now you got a gay man going into the locker room that's attracted to gay men. I mean, to men.
This is let me tell you my position on it. Is that maybe we need to consider why we're uncomfortable with people that we're not attracted to being attracted to us. So everything that everybody said here has been.
So we should look uglier and not lose weight.
No. Just hear me out here. Hear me out. Everybody's talked about how they would be uncomfortable with somebody else, whether it's a trans person or a gay person near them. So why? That's the real question for me: is why do you have to be uncomfortable?
I didn't get
rid of that discomfort.
I didn't get to that point yet. I wanted to touch on that because that's what Mysterio said. He kept saying that it make him feel. Well, if that's cool, if it makes him uncomfortable. I was talking about the other people, the women that are in the locker room with a guy that's dressed up like a girl that could definitely just dress like a girl that day and just wanted to go in the ladies' locker room, so he did. Is my point. I'm not talking about for me. They can come in, piss next to me. I got grown boys, so I'm not really about the little girl thing, but I could understand a little girl thing at Target.
Yeah, I can understand that Target aspect. For me personally, I'm with you 100%, G. I don't give two shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
Do whatever next to me. I don't give two fucks.
That's my problem, though. I don't care about anything. I want to care. I want to care about stuff.
But I don't know.
I mean, I do too, but
is it because it doesn't affect us?
I care about my child more than I do.
It doesn't affect us, right? We all keep saying, "Oh, if my daughters were in there, I didn't." It doesn't really affect us.
I don't want my child growing up knowing that this is okay, and their child growing up knowing that okay, well, my dad, my son, so my third generation growing up knowing that okay, well, this is what my dad went through. his grandfather, or me, said that it was okay, and then passed down, and then next thing you know, I mean, what is it going to lead to?
Well, that's the question. I don't know that it leads to anything. That I think is the real big question here. I think we're conditioned to think that it leads to some sort of degeneracy, or that somebody who has something other than a normal hetero attraction is somehow more sexually perverted. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying you necessarily, Frank. I'm just saying in general that we over sexualize the situation, and I just don't know. For me, it doesn't really matter.
Ask your wife. Ask your wife, Scott.
What do you mean? Ask her.
Ask her if it would matter for her if a man dressed up as a woman went in the bathroom with her.
Honestly, I don't think she wouldn't care. I mean, she's got gay friends. We had I went to a birthday party for one of my oldest friends recently, and they had a drag show in the driveway. Some guys came dressed up in drag and did song and dance numbers in the driveway. It's pretty open about.
I know you're pro-gay. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying. Again, I'm not worried about myself. I'm concerned about the other people.
Well, I'm talking about everyone. Everyone probably needs to be a little bit more not worried about shit. I can't hear you, G. Hello.
I was talking to my wife.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think that we focus, and this is just an opinion. I don't have any facts or data to back this up. But I think we focus too much on that sexual attraction portion of things, when I think most people are going through life, regardless whether they're trans or gay or whatever, they're just going through life like we are. You're attracted to some people, you're not attracted to some people. It doesn't really matter. If you're in there changing, you're in there changing. You're thinking about going to work. You're doing your normal stuff. Just because they have a different sexual proclivity doesn't make them hypersexual. So I think that's where we may have some challenges.
Okay, so I've got one valid point to put on this.
We'll decide if it's valid, sir.
Well, all right. So it also boils back to the first topic that we talked about, guns.
Okay.
There's bad people in every community. Every aspect of life, there is bad people. Criminals are going to do what they want to do. People are going to do whatever they want to do. There's perverts in every aspect of life. If perverts will find loopholes in every law in anything that they can. If a child molester will find a loophole and get in there in the same bathroom as your daughter or as your son, whatever, same as a criminal. They'll find that loophole and they'll do it the same.
No, but going to Scott's point, he's like, I don't know, what about the sexual, whatever that big word you used, precarpathy, whatever it is.
Hypersexualization.
Yeah, whatever that means. I think I know what it means. But that's what I'm saying. So you're okay because everybody's attracted to different people, that Mickey Wright should be able to go into the women's locker room at Anytime Fitness and just sit there and watch girls get dressed.
I don't think he would. That's the point.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying can he?
No, that is the point. Is that the number of perverted straight people, or the percentage of perverted straight people, is probably the same percentage of trans.
I'm not
people.
saying by no means that I wasn't trying to call Mickey Wright perverted.
No. But my point is that I don't think you're stopping anything. I don't think it changes anything, and I don't think there's a higher incidence of somebody running into a pervert just because that person is trans or that person is gay or whatever. I don't think that I mean,
you may not be stopping anything, but you may be allowing more to happen. So I mean, the cons outweigh the pros in that aspect, in my opinion.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure I'm doing a good job of making my point with this, but
No, you're horrible. Don't let us know in an email. I'm sure.
Yeah, they will. They will.
There's going to be a lot of emails on this.
This will be this. Yeah, the next this hate mail. This hate mail will be the. Scott doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He thinks he knows everything, but he obviously didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the.
I'm saying I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'll get.
You'll get ridiculed for that.
I'll get ridiculed for that, right?
This fuck podcast is awesome.
Look at TJ.
This fucking place is awesome.
TJ, I prefer male back rubs from Matlock.
From Matlock. You are old as shit. Do you sit at your table and fucking eat fucking butterscotch and fucking peppermints?
No, I do not.
That's old man candy.
For some reason, my laptop wasn't working. But in regards to what you guys were saying, like we have to be. I don't know, Scott. I think I felt like you were saying we shouldn't be caught up on feeling a certain kind of way. We should be more accepting of things like this.
Well, what I'm trying to get to the point. I'm trying to drill down to what it is that we're judging and what it is that makes us uncomfortable about it, and whether or not we should be. Now, if you are a fundamentalist Christian or a highly religious person, I mean that it makes more sense. I'm not that, so I don't. What I see is for myself. What I see out there is it's a bunch of people who have enough of their own difficulties in their lives, and what they do has almost no effect whatsoever. Mostly no effect on me at all. So let me just say this: if a gay guy came up and hit on me, or a trans man or trans woman came up and flirted with me or whatever, that wouldn't make me uncomfortable. I wouldn't care. I would just be flattered and politely decline because it just doesn't matter to me. I don't feel threatened by that. And I think that there's some of them. I think that there's a little bit of that goes back. I mean, listen, all of you guys are probably old enough to know when we were kids. Being called gay was a big ass insult. But
it didn't mean that.
Well, it did when I was a kid.
It didn't mean it.
It meant you were the words. We'll talk about the words.
It means you were a pussy.
Well, regardless, there is. So you have to take into account that that's part of our programming too. That if we grew up with those things as insults, is that correct? Are things like that our own? That sort of internalized insecurity about our own sexuality, does that cause us to feel uncomfortable? And should it? And I'm not trying to answer this for everybody. I know how it is for me. I've put thought into it for myself.
Were you gay before?
No, I was never gay. No, I've always loved, man. Yeah, I had girlfriends back in kindergarten. I have been hit on by gay men. Been years ago, but
yeah. Me too.
And it doesn't
love me.
It was interesting to me. And
what percentage of gay? There's like a scale. They say that everybody's a little bit gay. So, what percentage do you think you would be, Scott? This is a fun game.
I don't know.
Like 6?
Sure.
6%.
Sure. How gay do you have to be to think Ryan Reynolds is attractive?
That puts you at least at 6.
There's nothing wrong with complimenting another man and saying another man's attractive. I don't find anything wrong with that.
People be like, I can't do that. I'm a man. I can't say if he's hot. It's like, no, you can look.
No. I'm not. I don't know. That's a weird. It is a weird question because I can't really put it on a scale. I'm not sexually attracted to men. Just not. But again, there's have absolutely no issue with it. And if, like I said,
I'll go through the test. I'll go through the test with you. Okay. Have you ever touched a penis?
Other than my own or my son's as I was washing him as a kid? No.
Never. Not even a slip up by accident, a threesome?
Oh, wait a minute.
Remember?
That one time in Mexico?
That comes up a good point. So when I was in the military, and yes, I was in the United States Navy, they used to make fun. I said that This is 1997, so we can do the math. I said for $100 million that I would suck a dick on the 50-yard line of the Super Bowl. And they're like, you're crazy, man. That makes you gay. No, that makes me a smart businessman, number one. Number two, at that point, everybody, so what? 100 million. So my question to you is, for the percentage-wise, what is your number, Scott?
How much money?
Yeah. It's not a secret, though. It's not a secret. Like, everybody's going to know that you are Scott.
I don't, you know what? Here's the thing is that I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me. So it wouldn't matter whether it was a secret or on, pay-per-view television.
Would you do it at the halftime Super Bowl show?
Sure. Yeah. If you're going to pay me, why not? I don't give a fuck. Why would I care?
100 million? How much is it? Frank, you're muted.
I don't know the number. I would
unmute your camera, Frank. Unmute your mic. So, TJ.
Yo.
If you had to guess of a percentage of how gay Scott is, we already determined that everybody's got a little bit of gay in them. What would you put Scott at, honestly?
I wasn't here. I didn't hear everybody else's guesses.
Well,
I'd
nobody
say.
else guessed.
Oh.
Well, G guessed.
All right, I'll keep going with then. He's never touched a penis besides his son's.
That's a lie.
Boy Scouts.
I mean, mine and the sons. I swear, no other.
Boy Scouts. Scott.
I mean, I was in Boy Scouts, but no.
That's what I'm saying. So that counts for at least a percentage.
I'll give him like 4%.
4. I gave him 6 because he's flamboyant sometimes.
He shows his pecs off in all of his pictures.
Yeah, that's true.
Gets all oiled up.
Mysterio. What's your percentage of Scott being gay? What amount?
Baby, how gay is Scott?
You're making him uncomfortable because these guys don't know me like you and DJ do.
No, I do not know Scott at all.
They don't care.
I care.
They got wives. They don't care.
I care.
Just by looking at him.
I was gonna get my wife to give her guess, but she said she don't got makeup on, so she can't be on camera.
Well, she
Yeah,
should.
I got
the sideline.
I get done up before I come on.
Oh, hold on.
There you go.
Scott's he's in the middle at the top. The really good looking guy with his chest out.
This one.
Not that one.
Not that one.
The middle one.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
How gay is he?
It's a shame if he is.
Well, he's not. He's got XY.
Percentage. Yeah,
I
you
get
have
it.
to give a
I
percentage.
see what you meant there. Well played. Guess how old he is too.
Oh,
He's 51.
no.
Yeah, he is.
And he likes long walks on the beach and stuff.
Boxes on the beach.
Warm milk
And
and,
and Metamucil and melatonin.
And Werther Originals.
And Werther's Originals.
Yo, just tell her we're lucky that this is not scratch and sniff because he smells like Ben Gay all the time.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I got whiplash yesterday, and I told my wife that I would have loved to been able to say it was from defending my house from like a horde of Vikings, but it's because I rolled over too fast in bed.
Yeah, I get vertigo sometimes if I stand up too fast.
Man.
Like, oh, shit.
Y'all some old motherfuckers, man.
All right, here we go. Scott, how gay is TJ?
Like 1.5%, maybe.
Damn.
He's got the lumberjack look going.
Yes.
Damn.
Balling.
Scott,
Scott,
how gay is Mysterio?
He's pretty low on the scale too. I'm looking at this
Mysterio.
Everybody up here, and I'm thinking
Mysterio.
I'm the gayest looking guy here.
Mysterio, can I? Oh, well, he got at least 7% gayer with those glasses on for show. But Mysterio, should we tell him the background a little bit? So Mysterio used to be bisexual. So go ahead, Scott. What's the percentage?
Wait, what? What?
No,
So that's at least 50, right?
Yeah, you're starting at 50.
Who told you that lie, bro? Bet I haven't heard.
You want me to say her name?
Are you for real?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yo,
It'd be better if you said his name. That would
yo,
help.
you dead ass.
You for real?
You dead ass had me because I was about to.
All right, Frank. Scott, I know we only met Frank tonight. He's got a little goatee action, got some Bluetooth headphones on. Looks like he's a working man. I think I saw a train shirt and some grease on his hat. How gay is Frank Spencer?
I would have given him like a 0.01, but he did say he had some gay friends, so we'll bump that up to 1%.
Yeah, 1%.
That's fair.
That's
Hey,
right.
better than you, TJ.
Yeah,
It's
well,
true.
first of all, he was in the Air Force, so how many percentage points is that? At least 3.5?
That's at least 3.5. Yeah.
He can't
That's
be
at least
that.
3.5.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So what's everybody's number then? I want to know Scott's number. His dollar amount.
Oh, I don't know.
$50.
Wait, so what do we, so
He said $50.
Is that you, Frank?
Yeah, I
what-
got bills to pay. I got bills to
I
pay,
just need
bro.
clarification. What needs to happen?
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to put a penis in your mouth publicly.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
publicly?
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl
Oh.
halftime show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I don't need to finish.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
No. You don't get to finish.
Just hold it till the swelling goes down.
Wait, what?
You don't finish. He finishes.
Mm.
Nah, so
You're
that's
just.
a
You're
whole
just.
different
Look, you're
aspect.
just getting paid to do a job, bro. You're just getting
No,
paid
that's
to
a whole
do a
different
job.
story. If you're talking about just putting it in your mouth, that's one thing. But if you're talking about to the point to where you finish, that's a whole different story, bro. Whole different story.
You really think you're getting?
money and Mark Zuckerberg money?
You really think you're getting $100 million for an ice cream lick?
Just hold it in your mouth till the swelling goes down.
It's got to be completion. So he ain't gonna give us his number. Frank, what's your number?
No, man. Hell no. There ain't no number.
Hey Frank, there's a
Let's
number.
get
There's
it.
a number. Hey Frank.
Yeah, there's
Hey, Frank,
everybody has
I
a
got him.
number.
There's a number.
I got him, Frank. I got him. I got you, Frank. How
I don't know
about
what my number is.
I transfer $50,000 in Bitcoin over and see how that works out for you?
That's one Bitcoin. No.
Damn, I
You
tried to
gotta
get
bump them numbers up, man. That's low balling.
Them rookie numbers.
Everybody-
That's right.
Bump them numbers up.
I need retirement money. I need fuck
Oh,
you
yeah.
money for that.
It's gotta be
No.
retirement. It's gotta be move away and start a new life money.
Yes.
I-
Yes. It's got to be private island, buy new friends money.
Really?
Yes.
That kind
Yeah.
of money.
It doesn't have to be that for me, but I ain't staying in Mechanicsville. I ain't staying in Mechanicsville if I got $100 million anyway. So
Yeah. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is there's got to be more than what Timberlake got paid to rip what's their name's city out.
yeah.
I'll do that for free. I'll do that for free.
Yeah.
So he probably got like 10 million for that. So your number's about 10 million.
Double it.
That's a lot of money.
And I
That's
do
what
it.
I'm thinking, Frank. Actually, I'm thinking 20 million. I'd be pretty damn comfortable with $20 million.
Because I want to have fuck you money after I pay the taxes on it.
Yeah, that's true.
I still want to know.
You gotta figure taxes into this fantasy.
Oh yeah, everything.
Oh well, no taxes. No.
30
capital
million.
gains.
Now we got 30 million. Now you're up to at least 30. I gotta have take home. I gotta take home 20 out of this.
I'd bump at 35.
Maybe 35.
Solid 35.
That's what I'm saying. You really got to. I mean, obviously you'll do it for 100, but we got to go to the lowest number that you'll do. And if we're being honest, if I could get to this, are the 49ers in the Super Bowl?
Ooh, no, you don't get that too. You don't
They
get
have
that
to
too.
pay.
I'm at the
No.
Super Bowl.
You get to the Super
No, I'll tell you what. The 49ers got knocked out the week before.
All right.
There
I'll give
go.
you my honest.
So you're gonna be low. You're gonna be feeling like shit.
Yeah, but I mean, once it's over, I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
good for the rest of my life.
Yeah, now you'll have 2 weeks of recovery time. No. Wait a minute, hold on. The 49ers are in the Super Bowl, but they're down by 35 at the half.
Holy fuck!
They're getting the shit beat out of them,
Damn.
and it's not even close. There we go. Now
I'll
what's
probably be ready to suck a dick and get out of there by now. Jason Mysterio experienced that. He went to the Denver Super Bowl when they got fucking smoked by Seattle.
We
Oh,
got
man.
destroyed, bro.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 50 mil. Take care of everything. They can call my grandkids cocksuckers if they want to, but they're gonna have everything they need. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna need a cool 100 mil.
100 mil?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a cool 100.
Huh? And Scott, yours was what? $12.50 and a sub sandwich.
From Subway.
$5 foot long, bitch.
He said $12.50 and a sub sandwich.
You should bump that up to a BLT from Wawa, man.
Those shits are banging with some Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch. Oh, fuck that. Not just
Dude, you just had a dick in your mouth. Cool Ranch potatoes are gonna taste so good.
Wait a minute.
All right, we're hour and 46 minutes in. Does anybody have anything that they want to put out that they might have misspoke about or want to clarify for our emailer?
Nope, I can't wait to hear the emails for next week.
Yeah, that's ought to be good.
Yeah.
If anybody makes it to the end, the hate mail ought to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
God, I'd love to see the hate mail.
Oh,
They're gonna send Scott Subway coupons.
Yo, every day I go out and I look for my Trump check, my Biden check. Oh, by the way, one thing. I want to prove something to everybody right now. Today's Dow was at an all-time high.
Yes.
All-time high. The greatest all-time. The best ever there was. Sound familiar? It's not the president.
Thank you.
Not the president that does anything to do with the fucking stock market. It's the other 6 people that run this motherfucker.
Exactly.
6 people. Whatever mood they're in is what happens. Now, they might have been in a good mood with Trump in office. I'm not going to say that's not true, but it is what it is. Anybody have anything?
Nah,
Is Aaron Rodgers going to be a Packer?
Aaron Rodgers, while we were on here, I got breaking news about something about the Browns. Maybe trading their quarterback for quarterback or something.
He already said the 3 teams that he wants to go to. They're all on the West Coast.
One of them's the 49ers.
Yeah, it was the 49ers, the Raiders, and the Rams. Those are the 3 that he wants.
Sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. We already got a quarterback or 2. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got something.
Hey. Is that a gay joke?
Yeah.
It wasn't it, DJ? Is that a gay joke? See you, bitch.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna check out. I gotta get my milk heated up.
Damn, now the light's on. Look how long his motherfucking beard is. Look at that son bitch right there, bro. Hey, when did you start growing that? Who cares? Oh shit, Jason, what are you laughing at, bitch? All right, now we got rid of them fucking ass clowns. Jesus Christ. So the moral of the story is this. I wasn't wrong when I was in the military, and all of us, for the right amount of money, would be a cocksucker. Right?
But I'm gonna tell you this: if your number is still 100 million, then
I know what happened.
You're like
I think
you're a little more gay than you thought, because
I think
with inflation, that's not the same as 100 million 24 years ago.
My percentage is high. I have a high gay percentage. I'm sure about that. But I'm just saying that I think I messed that up when I told the story. I want to say it was 10, and they thought I was crazy. And I don't know if 10 equals 100 now, but yeah, it wasn't 100 now, but it's definitely. I said 50 today.
Yeah, you could probably that. Your value is
I think because money's more important to me now. You know, Like
Yeah.
it'd be nicer to have that money now than when I was 20, I guess.
Yeah. When you were 20, you thought you might still make it on your own.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if I was gay yet or not. You know, who
You might
knows?
not have to pay me nothing, fellas.
Exactly.
All right, brother. Let me jump.
All right, man. Are you
Good show.
yo, his wife did say you look good though. That's awesome at 51.
Ah.
Like you don't even go to the gym or nothing, right?
Mm-mm.
Gives a fuck. Who gives a fuck? All right. Shout out to everybody that came out. It's a long show. Hour and 50 minutes. We was rolling, baby. Shout out to Mickey Wright, TJ Bell, Tara Wright. Shout out to Frank Spencer for joining the show. Of course, Scotty Too Faggy. Justin Burrell checked in, laughing at our blue star, and Mickey Wright, Aaron Michelle. I wish I knew her last name because I know that's not it. Shout out to Aaron. I think that's it. I get everybody. Yeah, I got everybody. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night. Same time next week. 7:30 on Wednesdays. It's hump day. It's 7:30. So you come out and chill with your boys. We got to get a new theme song. Here we go. Smooches.